Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we're diving into some exciting developments starting with the upcoming CAA Sports Park, which promises to attract mega live events to our vibrant city. Samantha Chen from CAA Sports highlights the importance of collaboration among the government, local businesses, and citizens to ensure economic growth and tourism thrive in Hong Kong. Next up is BioNTech's significant acquisition of Chinese biotech firm Biotheus for a whopping $800 million. This strategic move aims to enhance BioNTech's capabilities in developing cancer drugs using innovative mRNA technology. With promising results already seen in clinical trials, this acquisition is set to make waves in the fight against cancer. Lastly, we have news from BNP Paribas, which has laid off nearly a dozen employees in its China operations due to a slowdown in deal-making. This cut, affecting around 10% of its workforce, marks a challenging time for investment banking in the region. However, there are glimmers of hope with signs of market improvement following recent stimulus measures from Beijing. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage on these stories. South China Morning Post reports that the upcoming CAA Sports Park in Hong Kong is poised to transform the city into a hub for mega live events, according to Samantha Chen, a prominent figure in sports marketing. With its strategic location, robust infrastructure, and vibrant atmosphere, Hong Kong is uniquely positioned to attract top-tier sports teams and events. However, Chen emphasizes the necessity for collaboration among the government, local businesses, and citizens to create an environment that promotes these events. As the sports park gears up for its grand opening in early 2025, it aims to host significant events, including the Cathay HSBC Hong Kong Sevens and Coldplay concerts, which will be crucial for establishing its reputation as a premier venue. In another development, South China Morning Post reveals that BioNTech, the German biotech company known for its mRNA COVID-19 vaccine, has made a significant move by acquiring China's Biotheus for $800 million. This acquisition is part of BioNTech's strategic push into the cancer drug market, leveraging its mRNA technology to develop innovative treatments. The focus will be on Biotheus's promising drug candidate BNT327PM8002, which has shown potential in clinical trials for treating various tumors. With more than 700 patients already treated, BioNTech aims to enhance patient outcomes by integrating this candidate with its existing therapies, aiming for a transformative impact in the oncology space. Nikkei Asia highlights the ongoing challenges in the investment banking sector in China, as BNP Paribas joins the trend of downsizing its workforce amid a slowdown in deal-making. The French bank has laid off nearly a dozen employees, including senior managers in its investment banking divisions, marking a significant reduction in its China operations. This move follows a broader pattern where major banks like Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs have also cut jobs in response to dwindling fundraising activities in Hong Kong and mainland markets. Despite recent improvements in market sentiment, the overall investment landscape remains cautious, with share sales at their lowest in 2 decades, prompting banks to reassess their strategies in the region. South China Morning Post highlights the journey of Law Kitman, who moved from Hong Kong to Peru in 1979 to escape the high cost of living and competitive job market. Now a successful businessman with 2 hotels and a casino, Law represents the 3rd generation of his family in South America, where over 100,000 Chinese immigrants have settled since the 19th century. Despite the majority of these immigrants coming from Guangdong province, Hongkongers tend to gravitate towards English-speaking countries. Law's success story is complemented by restaurant owner Gustavo Wong Xiaoshan, who emphasizes the welcoming nature of Peruvians and the high social status of Chinese immigrants in Peru, contrasting with the discrimination faced in other regions. In another article, the South China Morning Post discusses the potential for Hong Kong businesses to explore South American markets, particularly Peru. With the recent visit of Hong Kong leader John Lee Ka-chiu to sign a free trade agreement, experts believe that the region presents a blue ocean of opportunities. Thomas Wong Wasun, a partner in a Hong Kong accounting firm, notes that businesses are increasingly interested in exporting agricultural products to China and importing technology. However, challenges such as language barriers and understanding local business practices remain significant hurdles for Hong Kong companies. Economists suggest that diversifying markets could be a strategy to mitigate risks amid global uncertainties. The South China Morning Post also provides a glimpse into the vibrant cultural scene in Hong Kong, with a weekend packed full of arts and music events. Highlights include the Swire Symphony Under the Stars, featuring the Hong Kong Philharmonic Orchestra, and the Sai Kung Hoi Arts Festival, showcasing art installations across multiple islands. The Lama Fun Day promises a beachside celebration with live music and charity auctions, while the first-ever literature night in Hong Kong invites audiences to enjoy readings of European literature in unconventional settings. The weekend culminates in the Post-Capitalistic Auction, an innovative event where attendees can bid on artworks using non-monetary offers, demonstrating the city's dynamic fusion of culture and creativity. South China Morning Post reports that the British Museum is set to receive an extraordinary donation of Chinese ceramics valued at £1 billion, approximately $1.27 billion, marking the most significant gift in UK museum history. The donation, comprising 1,700 pieces from the Percival David Foundation, stems from the collection of British businessman Percival David, who passionately gathered these artifacts from various locations including Europe, Japan, Hong Kong, and China. This collection, which has been on loan to the museum since 2009, will enhance the museum's holdings to a total of 10,000 Chinese ceramics, solidifying its status as one of the most important collections outside the Chinese-speaking world. The donation includes remarkable items such as the David vases from 1351 and a chicken cup used by the Qinghua Emperor, which will not only enrich the museum's offerings but also serve as an educational resource for future generations. In another development reported by South China Morning Post, Hong Kong's Secretary for Commerce and Economic Development, Algernon Yao Inghua, engaged in discussions with his Thai and Indonesian counterparts to explore potential collaborations ahead of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation (APEC) summit in Peru. During the meeting, Yao expressed gratitude for the support from Thailand and Indonesia regarding Hong Kong's application to join the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership (RCEP), the world's largest free trade agreement. As Chief Executive John Lee Ka-chiu prepares for his first official visit to South America, he aims to gather backing for Hong Kong's accession to RCEP and strengthen economic ties with the region. The meeting was marked by cultural exchanges, with both ministers sharing their language skills and travel experiences, reflecting a willingness to foster closer bilateral relations. Lastly, the South China Morning Post highlights a historic moment for Hong Kong's financial markets as they operated under typhoon conditions for the first time, with the Hang Seng Index dipping to a 7-week low. As Tropical Storm Taraji approached, the market remained open, breaking a long-standing tradition of closure during severe weather. Investors were cautious, awaiting earnings reports from major companies, with the Hang Seng Index falling by 0.3% amid mixed performances from key players like JD.com, Alibaba, and Tencent. The market sentiment was further affected by China's lack of expected fiscal stimulus, contrasting with positive trends in other major Asian markets following a positive U.S. inflation report. This unprecedented trading session under typhoon conditions reflects a significant shift in Hong Kong's financial landscape, adapting to extreme weather while navigating economic uncertainties. South China Morning Post, meet Tiger Ji, a rising star in the realm of filmmaking, who is making waves with his latest short film, Death and Ramen. At just 23 years old, Ji embodies a blend of Hong Kong's grit and California's coolness as he reflects on his childhood memories of enjoying fish ball noodle soup with his mother. This nostalgic backdrop informs the film's narrative, which centers on a ramen chef, played by comedian Bobby Lee, who finds solace in a bowl of noodles while grappling with existential despair. Ji's work is not only a humorous take on life's absurdities but also a poignant exploration of love communicated through food, a theme that resonates deeply with his own experiences of emotional connection and family dynamics. The film, which has garnered international attention, is poised to evolve into a full-length feature, showcasing Ji's unique perspective shaped by his upbringing in Hong Kong. South China Morning Post. In the realm of sports, Hong Kong's football scene is undergoing a transformation under the guidance of head coach Ashley Westwood. As he prepares for a crucial match against the Philippines, Westwood emphasizes the importance of performance over results, aiming to instill a possession-based style of play that was previously lacking. With the addition of assistant coach Matt Holland, Westwood is optimistic about the team's potential for improvement. He acknowledges the need for a robust squad where players express disappointment when left out, indicating a competitive environment. As the team seeks to elevate their world ranking, Westwood remains focused on developing a cohesive strategy that allows players to thrive, highlighting the significance of hard work and adaptability in achieving their goals. South China Morning Post. The recent issuance of the number 8 typhoon signal in Hong Kong, due to Tropical Storm Taraji, has raised questions about the unusual timing of such storms in November. Experts attribute this phenomenon to persistently warm sea surface temperatures in the Pacific, which have remained conducive for tropical cyclone formation. The simultaneous emergence of 4 storms in November marks a historical first, indicating a shift in atmospheric conditions. These late-season typhoons are not entirely unprecedented, with past instances demonstrating that warmer waters can lead to powerful storms. As Hong Kong navigates this unusual weather pattern, the community is reminded of the delicate balance between nature's fury and the resilience of its inhabitants, as they prepare for the challenges that come with such climatic events. South China Morning Post reported a harrowing incident involving Ronald Leung Dingbong, a former urban council president in Hong Kong, who faced a near kidnapping in November 2008. As he rode an elevator to his office, he was suddenly shoved into the hallway by a fellow passenger. 2 accomplices emerged from a stairwell, attempting to force him into a wooden box. Dr. Leung, realizing the grave danger, fought back fiercely, even biting off one of his assailant's fingertips. A passerby intervened, causing the kidnappers to flee. While the identity of the initial attacker remains unknown, 2 men were later charged with conspiracy, one of whom received a 14-year prison sentence. The case highlighted the risks faced by public figures and the lengths to which they must go to protect themselves. In another report, the South China Morning Post announced that Hong Kong would lower the number 8 typhoon signal at 10:20 a.m. as Tropical Storm Taraji began to weaken. The Education Bureau confirmed that afternoon classes would resume, and flight operations were returning to normal despite the storm's impact. The Hong Kong Observatory noted that while the storm was moving away, rough seas and occasional squally showers were expected. Taraji was particularly notable for being the latest storm to approach Hong Kong in a year, with its name meaning beautiful flower that blooms unnoticed in Korean. The report also mentioned other tropical cyclones in the region, forecasting cooler weather in the coming week. The South China Morning Post also covered various sports updates, including the fallout from the England football team's recent squad changes. Captain Harry Kane expressed frustration over 8 players who withdrew from the National League squad, emphasizing the importance of national duty over club commitments. Meanwhile, Premier League referee David Coote faced serious allegations regarding drug use, leading to his suspension. In the world of football management, Claudio Ranieri was set to return from retirement to coach AS Roma, stepping in to stabilize a team struggling in Serie A. The report also touched on weather-related delays affecting the Billie Jean King Cup finals in Spain, highlighting the widespread impact of severe weather on sporting events. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.